Welcome back, sports fan. That's Charles Ashley. I'm Adam Deal. We're talking 3 and out here, Charles, and it's time to move topics. We just talked about teams 10 through 6 in the NMOTSC top 10 poll. Now it's time to talk about 1st through 5.
Yeah.
And the 1st through 5, listen, so the big controversy, I guess, was would El Dorado then jump Rio Rancho? Rio Rancho with a fantastic win over at Trisco, made them look pedestrian. Eastern Barrera is money, money, money. Brady Patterson is money, money, money. And they're rolling. Yeah, exactly. They're rolling.
They are rolling.
El Dorado's rolling too. 2 wins in a row against 2 potential Final Four teams, I would say, with Cleveland, a 2-point conversion, and Mayfield in double overtime, a 2-point conversion. I say that El Dorado probably deserved to jump Rio Rancho, but I'm okay with Rio Rancho staying at number 1.
Well, yeah, I keep touching on it. They're beating who's in front of their schedule. Whoever is on the schedule, they're beating them handily. It's not, oh, they squeaked it by. They're putting a hurting on teams. And El Dorado, not taking anything away from them. 2 instant classics, easily back-to-back weeks, which we love that as TV guys. We love those good games because we can keep talking about them. But, yeah, until Rio Rancho stumbles a little bit, I just can't move my man right there. I can't move him up. I like you, Zach Gentry, but I just can't move you up yet.
It's unbelievable. How?
He will jump up. If they destroy La Cueva, they're going to jump.
How good does Rio Rancho's win against Las Cruces look right now? Because it doesn't look that very. I mean, it doesn't look. It's not a great win anymore, and it's okay win, but it's not a great win because Las Cruces has lost 3 straight now, 2 to 5A teams. So.
Okay, so that's why I said if El Dorado destroys La Cueva, I can see them jump because Rio Rancho put a good hurting on La Cueva.
So El Dorado's wins, they're the best wins in the state by far.
Okay, let's say most exciting. Let's say most exciting. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. They're the most exciting wins. We can't say necessarily the best wins. They're the most exciting. I won't argue the excitement level of the win, but Rio Rancho's still winning, man. And they're winning at a ridiculous rate. 48, 49 points a game. The defense is playing well. You're just going to take number 1 away from them just because El Dorado has style points.
Because they have better wins, not style points, better wins.
You're giving style points.
Let me see, let's see that poll again.
Yeah, you're giving style points.
Okay, so Rio Rancho you see there, and then, so Mayfield's at 3 and Cleveland at 4. I like that Cleveland didn't fall because their loss against El Dorado was not a bad loss.
El Dorado didn't even stop them.
Right, they stopped themselves.
Yeah.
Well, how about La Cueva slipping into that top 5? You like that?
I like it. Well, Manzano lost. La Cueva's been playing really well. Yes, the win didn't count because it was a lightning situation, but people watched that game.
I want this to be known, though. La Cueva has 3 wins on the season, yes?
Yes, 3.5.
They're not the best wins.
You're right.
Okay, so they beat Del Norte.
Yeah, Atrisco,
and Cibola.
No.
Yeah. And so I'm just saying, I like La Cueva. Trust me, I like them. They just haven't had a big win. Atrisco's win does not look good, right? They almost lost that, and now
they get to prove it tomorrow night.
No, I agree.
They get to prove it tomorrow night.
I like them. I'm just saying they haven't had a huge win yet this season.
No, I agree. It's hard for me to argue that. You're right. Atrisco, they're down, not meeting expectations so far. Del Norte also down. We expected a lot more. Cibola, La Cueva had to come back to win that game. Cibola was winning 12-0, controlling the game, turned the ball over a couple of times. So when you really break it down, you say, wow, La Cueva was just barely kind of getting by. But you know what? The best thing about this week, we'll get to see this week how good they are. Because to stop Gentry and that crew, you got to be good.
I want to move on because this leads us into our next topic, and that is our playoff predictions right now.
Playoffs?
Where we think it all stands. And it's time to start talking it, Charles, because we are past halfway through the season. 6 weeks. We're starting week number 7. Everyone's into district play now, and this is big time. It's playoff football. A lot of ifs, a lot of buts, right? The main thing that our audience has to understand is when we do these projections, basically we're projecting who's going to finish in what order in in the district. Because by NMAA rule, you cannot be seated higher than someone that finishes higher than you in district. So even if you went undefeated, lost 1 game to a team in district play, and they lost 4 games before district play, but they beat you in district and finished higher than you in district, you can't be seated higher than them. So that is a rule. So that being said, that's why Cibola and Volcano Vista's game at Community Stadium on Friday night is huge.
Big time game. So
give me your top 4 seeds.
Rio Rancho.
You think they're going to finish 1?
I
That
still-
would mean that Rio Rancho is going to beat then Cleveland
I'm
and
gonna go
sweep
Rio
their
Rancho.
district.
I'm gonna go Mayfield. No, I'm gonna go El Dorado because I have Mayfield at 3.
Okay.
And my 4th, I'm gonna go Cleveland.
So you think
I
if
still think
Cleveland
Cleveland's
finishes
gonna
second
have-
in district, that'll be 3 losses. You think they'll still get a
I-
bye because the top 4
Yeah.
teams get a bye.
I still think they will get it because of their strength of schedule, especially if they play that Rio Rancho game really close. What do you think?
Okay, so I'm going to agree and disagree with you. And I think that because of what I have been saying about El Dorado, I think if El Dorado sweeps their district and Rio Rancho sweeps their district, El Dorado's strength of
flip-flop
schedule
it.
is
Okay.
tougher, and so I think El Dorado will get the 1 seed.
Okay.
I do think that Rio Rancho is a hair, and I mean a hair,
Yeah.
above Cleveland. And that could change. Trust me. I mean, I know.
So then
this.
you agree with the
So
Mayfield.
I'm
You
gonna
think
go,
Mayfield's
and then I
gonna-
think Mayfield will get the 3rd, and then I think Cleveland then would get the 4th. Those are my top 4 seeds. So let's move on. Then we both kind of agree with the top 4.
Well, because those
Now
are
it
the most
gets more
impressive ones.
tricky,
This is the
right?
hard part we're getting to. Is
So
who's
who's
the last
next
4? and,
best
you know,
team?
like,
And it all depends on how teams finish. I'm going to go out of my way and say that Manzano gets a 5th seed. They finish 2nd in District 2-6A behind El Dorado, and they lose close 1 to El Dorado at the end of the year. And I think Manzano's going to slip into that 5 seed. And,
Are you going to give a champion a 6th?
you know, 6 is tough.
Because you still got La Cueva Sandia
It's
left
going to
out.
depend.
You have Cruces left out.
I think Cruces
Alamo
will end
Gordo
up getting
team
it.
who's probably going to win that district. You know, so who gets a champion has to be a 6th, I would think. A district champion would have to be a 6th.
Not necessarily,
think?
especially in how Alamogordo's district is soft with Clovis and Hobbs and Carlsbad.
But what if they beat them
I
handily?
think Alamogordo gets in.
Yes.
I think they're the winners of that district. I think they get in. I think that there's only going to be one that comes out of our West District here in the metro area, and that's going to be Etrisco Heritage. I think Valley might be able to compete for it. I'm going to go with Etrisco Heritage, though, and I think both of them get very low seeds.
Okay.
And then I also think that Cibola is going to get in.
Okay, so you're saying
La Cueva's
Cibola's
going to get
win.
in. Sandia's going to get in. And I think Oñate is going to slip in as the 12th seed. Las Cruces is going to get in. So who do you have in?
So I agree with all your picks except for Cibola, because I think who wins this game coming up Friday
Cibola Volcano?
will be the Cibola. I think Cibola Volcano is going to be that.
Can
that
Volcano
wild
get
card
in
kind of.
with a loss here? Probably not.
No, I don't think they can. I think.
Does their game
I think it's
against does their
impressive.
win against Sandia? Does their win against Sandia real quick? Is that
That's
big?
big
for Volcano?
time. That's why they need to win this game.
Okay.
So I'm going with Volcano's going to squeeze in.
Come on back. uSportsCentral.
Somebody sitting at home.